been zero for many years. But Blaney Park is making a comeback, as Dick Evans tells us on the Michigan Road.
I drove by the Blaney water tank many times and never gave the area a thought, till I heard they were selling the one-time resort city piece by piece. Blaney was more than a community. Bill Earl grew up here. The resort was his father's.
The lodge. All right, the lodge used to be the old boarding house, and that's where all the guests came when they registered to come to the resort. That was the main building for the registration, at the registration desk and whatnot.
1926.
Well, first the airport back here was built, but it was an all-way field. And then in 1927, the golf course was started. And then in 1934, the swimming pool was built. And then in 1934, they also built the first inn, and that burned down right to the ground. The second inn was started on Memorial Day, and then that was completed by the 4th of July. They had 3 shifts on that inn. And they even had a hospital here one time.
It was the largest resort area in the country back then. 22,000 acres here, another 11,000 just down the road at Lake Michigan. All the rich came here, and old-timers remember a few gangster types like Al Capone and his bodyguards. Movies and plays were held in this one-time schoolhouse. Play tennis on a concrete court, or the less strenuous shuffleboard next to it. You sit in a gazebo out of the sun while you wait your turn. Parents had it made. Turn the kids loose in an enclosed play yard where a full-time nurse looked after them while you played. The kids had their own wading pool, the adults an Olympic-sized one. I drove over a wide area, came to an unusual road sign, and crossed the airplane landing strip. That was to get to the remains of the Dude Ranch. Horseback riding was popular. They had a 2-truck fire department, grocery store, an ice house, general repair shops. I said all this has been up for sale. This magnificent house sold for, well, what do you guess? $18,000. And here's a real steal, the inn. It'll be made into a supper club with cocktail lounge. The owner would be lucky here to gather a crowd of 100. He told the health department he could hold 300, so they told him put in sewage tanks for 900. But the price tag, a mere $50,000. The walls inside are beautiful wood panels.
So this is the Blaney Park Golf Course. Doesn't look much like a golf course now. Hasn't been mowed in years. But the owners of all these pieces of property are hoping get things going again. Blaney Park will come back. I'm Dick Evans on the Michigan Road.
Well, that's our show for tonight, and thank you once again for being with us. From the whole Live at 5:30 crew and Cynthia Greavy, I'm Tom Van Howe. Have a good night.